I was 17 when I fell pregnant with my eldest child. My pregnancy wasn't accidental. I was with a man who was a lot older than me. He was 26 years old and I was 17. He actually asked me to have a baby with him, which I agreed to. Obviously, looking back, it probably wasn't the most sensible decision to make, but I was totally in love with him and I thought, oh, he's older, you know, that's why it'll work out, it'll be fine because he's older than me. You know, I was just young and in love and a bit naive, and so I decided, okay, stop taking the pill, became pregnant quite quickly after about 2 months. The relationship wasn't very good though, you know, it deteriorated quite quickly, and obviously looking back now, I see that the reason he asked me to have his baby was purely to sort of gain a bit more control over me right from the beginning, and obviously I was too young to see. I just loved him, and you know, I thought that was the best thing to do at the time. He didn't support me, he didn't do a lot for me, and it was very hard. He stopped me seeing my friends, and for me that was in a way worse than actually having to deal with having the baby. It was more to do with the relationship I was in, but I still had all those feelings of isolation, and he used to try and undermine me and make me feel like I was doing a bad job. So it really knocked my self-esteem, I think, and yeah, I did struggle for a while, and I, you know, went through a phase of thinking I couldn't do it and I couldn't cope, but then obviously when we split up, it was, luckily my life's all right now and I've met someone else and I know that I can bring up my children, and I'm a good mother, but I went through a very hard time. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So how do you think you would react in that situation then, possibly, you know, facing the breakup of a relationship, you've become pregnant and the relationship isn't working out? Have you got anything to say about that, any questions?
I think what I would do with myself, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get my education sorted out, my job, have like fun first, enjoy like the first couple of adult years, and then when I'm ready to have a child. And if I was in the situation, I would do my best to sort it out, because it's like a child, bringing a child into the world, so you have to be mature about it and you have to make adult decisions even though you're not old enough to.
When you're a young person, you're not going to be that age forever. It's not all about now, which I think so often is the case. You don't have a long view when you're a teenager. You're in your little bubble of teenage life, and that's all you think about. The advice I would give is just to enjoy your life, have focus, know what you want to do, and don't let anyone sway you from that, because in a way that's what I let happen to me. You know, I was at college, I was doing my A-levels, I was very clear of where I wanted to go, and a man came along and ruined it. Only because I let him, I have to stress, you know, I allowed him to ruin my plans, but you know, just, yeah, stay strong and focused and think about the future. Don't just think about now. That's my biggest piece of advice. Look to the future and always keep in sight of your mind what you want to do.